Shalom, I want to begin the lesson off by giving all praise and our glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, that we're blessing and honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Back with another lesson through the spirit, man. It's going to be a quick one. Nonetheless, still want to talk about this. When I seen it come up on my topic bar, so pull out a few precepts and should be out here soon, fairly quick. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and read this article, pull some precepts out. So it says, an excavation crew in County Galway, Ireland, has begun digging up the site of the former Bon Secours mother and baby home. Catholic nuns ran the facility until its closure in 1961. Sadly, many now believe the site holds a decades-old secret. From 1925 to the end of its run, 798 infants and children perished at the facility dubbed the home by locals. Shockingly, only 2 received proper burials. Local historian Catherine Corliss believes the site has a much more sinister past that she hopes to quite literally unearth. This kind of reminds me of like Molech, you know, that false idol or false god that our people was sacrificing babies to and whatnot, right? But nonetheless, man, I'm gonna continue reading this. But like I've been saying, man, Esau Edom has been continually getting exposed. Salaki. It says Corliss has spent countless hours meticulously researching the Bon Secours mother and baby home, a place for unwed mothers in Tom. In 2014, she discovered the babies were missing. Sky News reported. Corliss hopes the dig, led by Daniel McSweeney, will bring closure to the families of women and infants who lived at the home. And I've even done a lesson on this that goes into the history of eugenics, reproductive rights, right? Killing off babies and whatnot. And I do a pretty in-depth dive into the history of it. So if you all haven't, you should go ahead and check that out. It's on my page. It's about an hour and a half long. It's damn near like a docuseries. I'm feeling very relieved, Corliss told Sky News. It's been a long journey, not knowing what's going to happen. If it's just going to fall apart or if it's really going to happen. Corliss says many of the children's remains ended up dumped in a former sewage tank referred to as the pit. Now crews are working to identify those remains, per Fox 11. This is Proverbs 30. I could get this, man. This is Proverbs 30 and verse 11. There is a generation that curses their father and doth not bless their mother. We in that time, right? People have no type of respect for their elders. It speaks on that in Isaiah 3. There is a generation, oh how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up, right? These people are the all-time high of conceitedness, cockiness, think that they're famous and whatnot, and a lot of those people are going to get humble, man. A spirit of pride across this whole country. There's a generation. Oh, so like I skipped the verse. There's a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. There is a generation, or how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. There is a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw teeth as knives, to devour the poor from off the earth, and the needy from among men. Right. So you have a group of people who, if you know what I'm saying, if you know what they use these things for, right? Even over here in America, they traffic a lot of children and whatnot, and that information has been coming out too as of recently, that they traffic a lot of these children. You know, you look into what adrenochrome is. They was using they was using baby blood, man, and injecting themselves in it to make them look younger. Esau Edom is truly, like I always say, man, they are truly a perverse and crooked people, man. And there is no fixing these people, man. There is no changing their ways. And it just came to my thoughts. Consider the work. This is Ecclesiastes 7:13. Consider the work of the Most High, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? And vice versa, who can make which he's made crooked straight? So there is no fixing these people, man. They can't change. The things that they do is deep inside of them. And truly speaking, these are the reasons why the Lord is going to end up judging this place, man. Like, who would think to do these things, right? You killing off children or whatnot. And even then, when we were back in Roman captivity, you had King Herod. He was trying to kill all the babies of Israel. I believe that's King Ahab. I believe that's King Ahab from Esther. King Ahab. Yeah, King Ahab. What's that, King Ahab? It was either King Ahab or King Artaxerxes. No, Salaki, not King Ahab. It was King Artaxerxes, I believe. He was trying to he was trying to have a day where he just killed Israelites. This is just truly perverse, man. But I want to get Ezra 15. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. It's my point right here, verse 6. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Right? This place is completely engulfed in wickedness, and that's why it has to go. This is Psalm 64 and verse 8. Let's get verse 4. that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Esau Edom does things behind closed doors and think that they're getting away with it. And that's just in all aspects of things. But the Lord sees it, though. That's why it says in Psalm 10 and 4, for the wicked, you know what I'm saying, the Lord is not at all in their thoughts. They don't consider what can happen from the things that they do. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Right? They think they're getting away with it because someone, a human being, may not have seen them do it, but the Heavenly Father most definitely did. They search out iniquities, right? They look to do evil. They search. It gives, like I said in my lesson yesterday, it gives them a rush to do evil, man. You deleted almost nearly 800 children. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. So they get a drive. It gives them a kick off of doing wickedness. That is their pleasure. As they plot their crimes, they say, we have devised the perfect plan. Yes, the human heart and mind are cunning. But they starting to lose that cunningness, though. That was in the NLT. Verse 7 in KJV, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Esau Edom has been getting exposed, and I'm going to keep saying it. They have continuously been getting exposed. So these atrocities they've been committing for years and generations and decades, all of that stuff is starting to come out, man. This is from the 20s, and they bringing it out. The 20s and the 60s going on. Let me see where I'm at so I can finish this. It says McSweeney and his team will use DNA testing, and ultimately he hopes to give all the deceased a proper burial. Corliss posted an update to her Facebook page prior to the excavation start, explaining that according to McSweeney, the process will be lengthy. I'm happy to say we are still on track to begin the excavation of the site in the second half of June, as a first step towards restoring dignity and depth to those inappropriately buried at that site. We will confirm the exact date very soon, McSweeney shared. Once work starts, the entire site will be forensically sealed. We will erect 2.4-meter hoarding and put in place 24-hour security monitoring. It is expected that the works on the site may take up to 24 months to complete. The dig gives hope to people like Annette McKay. Her mother, Margaret O'Connor, gave birth to a baby girl at the home in 1942, following a grape at age 17. McKay shared a tragic story with Sky News about her mother's time in Tom, in a dark part of Irish history. We locked up victims of rape. We locked up victims of incest. We locked up victims of violence. We put them in laundries. We took their children, and we just handed them over to the church to do what they wanted, she said. But we know what's gonna happen to those Catholics, right? They deceived the whole world. The Vatican, the Roman Catholic Church, they deceived everyone. She said, my mother worked heavily. Let me get this real quick. Jeremiah 49:10. I brought this out last night, but I could bring it out again. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. And he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. He said, but I will strip bare the land of Edom and there will be no place left to hide. Its children, its brothers, and its neighbors will all be destroyed, and Edom itself will be no more. And not just the place, but the people, man. Like I said, their secrets are starting to come out, and people are starting to realize that this is the son of perdition, and in this country is getting known as the border of wickedness. My mother worked heavily pregnant, cleaning floors, and a nun passing kicked my mother in the stomach. God damn. And when that place is open, their dirty, ugly secret, it isn't a secret anymore. Like I said, she named her baby Mary Margaret, but sadly she died 6 months after birth. She had it. McKay also told Sky News that her late mother told her she was pegging washing out, and a nun came up behind her and said, "The child of your sin is dead." McKay would love to see her mother reunited with her baby. You see how wicked these people are? I don't care if it's a thimble, as they tell me there wouldn't be much remains left. At 6 months old, it's mainly cartilage more than bone. McKay shared with the news outlet. I don't care if it's a thimble for me to be able to pop Mary Margaret with Maggie. That's fitting. Crews demolished the Bon Secours mother and baby home in the early 70s. So yeah, man. I want to see if I'm gonna get this and then wrap it up. This is Philippians 2:14. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, the Most High Power, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Hamashiach, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. And we definitely know that we're not, that the laboring that we're doing is not meaningless. But I brought that out to say we are definitely in the middle of a crooked and perverse nation. I want to get those words and close it off.
Strong's G 4646, Scalias.
Crooked, curved, metaphorically, perverse, wicked, unfair, surly, froward. And froward is another word for crooked. And then that verb perverse.
Strong's G 1294, Diastrepho.
It says to distort, turn aside, to oppose, plot against the saving purposes and plans of the Most High, to turn aside from the right path, to pervert, corrupt. So if you're turning from the right path, which is going down the righteous path, then that means you going down the opposite, which would be the wicked path. That's lucky I'm yawning so much. It was just had a long day, man. That ain't over yet. But nonetheless, Lord willing, that lesson was edifying to those out there listening and watching. I just had to come with something quick because I got to go ahead and continue on with my day. But I just wanted to get my lesson done for the day and not try and get it done when I get back from what I'm going to do, what I'm doing. So with that being said, like I said, man, Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. I'll close it off there. Call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone who told me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And until next time, I say Shalom Israel, Shalom, and as always, we're one day close to the kingdom, man. Shalom. Keep pushing.